Again, another last minute live stream.
We already have the years and you can go now. You can go now.
Yeah, I've been going for about a minute now.
Right.
Just giving it time for people to come in. So.
Yeah, I don't know. So you don't always get a notification.
Oh, it's all good. Like I said, it's unexpected. I don't expect a lot of people to make it, so. Good thing about doing live streams is the videos just automatically get uploaded to YouTube, so people can check them out afterwards. So, it's one good thing about it. I'm getting notifications from YouTube. Just gonna chill out for a few minutes. As you can see by the title, I am going to be revisiting Gila Roche's Drakkar Intense. I thought it would be good doing live streams, just, you know, talking about fragrances that I have already reviewed on my channel. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this live stream, guys. So
I literally just got a notification there, so the people should if they've subscribed.
ah, good. Give it a few more minutes or so. Like I said, I mean, I think it depends. I mean, if people want to see stuff about Drakkar Intense, then they'll come in. But it depends on what it is I'm doing a live stream about. You know, the last live stream was great. I really enjoyed that. It's nice to see a lot of people in that. Yeah. Thank you to the 2 people who have joined already. Hope you guys are well. Flash Errol, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. As you can see by the title, I'm going to be revisiting Drakkar Intense, but I'll give this video another few minutes for more people to come in. Sorry if it's a bit boring. Wait till it gets to 5 minutes, and then I'll start. 4 minutes 30. Is the quality of the camera alright, guys? Do let me know if it is. If it's not, I will try and fix it. Because I know sometimes on live streams the quality can be pretty bad. On my screen it looks okay, but it might not look right on light to you guys, so it's not clear. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can adjust this light here. It might be a little bit too bright, I don't know. I've got this really handy. Oh, there it goes. we have the first blooper right there of my live streams. I've got this. Oh, you know what it is?
It's because you're pulling it.
Yeah, it's because it's all getting wrapped. 2 seconds, guys. Jesus. Hey DL, what's up? Now the camera probably will fall again. I've got no faith in it whatsoever. So Thanks, DL. Feeling good. Hope you are too, my friend. Drinking wine out of a pint glass, you know, because it's tradition, you know. If you guys are noticing what this red mark is on my nose, I was scrubbing my nose in the shower and I've ended up leaving a mark on it, so yeah, I've been moisturizing it though, so you know. Let me know what your scent of the day is, guys, scent of the nights, wherever you are. Great weather here in Montreal. Awesome, awesome. It would be nice to visit Canada someday. It's been nice here today as well, here in the UK. The weather's been shining nicely. Scent of the day, Roche's Loam. Very nice. That's a scent I actually need to check out. I've got a few fragrances I need to check out. Roche's Loam's one of them. Okay guys, so let's get into the live stream. So obviously I'm going to be answering questions, I'm going to be talking to you guys, but the whole point of this live stream is to revisit this new fragrance from Guy Laroche known as Drakkar Intense. Now I did a review on this, I think I did it a few months ago, and yeah, I'm going to let you guys know what I think of it right now. Well, soon. Actually, I've got the dry down on that hand. I'm gonna spray it here so we can judge the opening. Now, I was a big fan of Drakkar Noir. I'm just gonna turn the music down. As a big fan of Drakkar Noir, I knew this fragrance would be interesting to check out. I'm sure a lot of people find it interesting. I mean, I know that it's quite neutral, really, what people think of this fragrance. But, you know, I actually quite like it, in all fairness. I mean, the only thing that's really putting it off is the longevity, which is a bit of a shame considering it's an intense and an eau de parfum, so. But the smell itself's really, really nice, so this isn't really a review, but it's more of a revisit. So, do you guys own it? If you do, let me know what you think of it. I like it. I really do like it, in all fairness. It's pretty good stuff. I own it. I like it a lot. Nice one, Errol. Nice one. I say I like it because it's definitely taken influence from Drakkar Noir. That you definitely get this Drakkar Noir smell. I think that's because of the lavender. This has a lot of lavender in it. So it's interesting because, I mean, technically Drakkar Noir is a flanker of the original Drakkar that came out in the early 70s. So it is interesting that the company have decided to base it off Drakkar Noir. I think it's because Drakkar Noir is their bestseller, so they wanted to, you know, they wanted to revamp it somehow. Drawn by Sense. Hey Matt, not tried this one yet. Alright, cool. DL, it seems to be more of a sequel to the original Drakkar, yeah. Yeah, see, it's funny you say that because I haven't actually tried the original Drakkar. I mean, it's really heavily discontinued now. I've been trying to find a sample of it. I've even been trying to, you know, find a miniature of it. Because, you know, you do tend to find a lot of miniatures of these vintage fragrances online. But Drakkar is really hard to find. So it's interesting that you say that. I've even got the notes and everything up on here, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the notes and all that. So what's interesting is the fact that, let's have a look here actually. Let me go. Ah, okay. Yeah, there's lavender in the mid and there's also lavender in the base. So that makes sense, you know, the fact that it smells so strongly of lavender, but it's good stuff. But the thing is, right, I wear this occasionally, and like I said, the one thing that brings it down is the longevity. I don't really get longer than 6 to 7 hours out of this, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's still good. Still good for an average fragrance, but for eau de parfum, it's pretty bad in all fairness. And I think the original Drakkar Noir, that doesn't really have the best longevity either, but it lasts a little bit longer than this, in all fairness, and that's an eau de toilette. So I think the mass appeal around this is if you're a fan of Drakkar Noir. Other than that, I don't really think it's going to really go far. Looking online, it's still going for really cheap. I think for this size bottle, this is the 100ml, you can get this on eBay for £25. Really cheap. So, but saying that, I do like the smell. The smell of it is very nice. It's just not long lasting, and you know, that's a bit of a shame. Like, smelling it right now, there's definitely a woodiness there with the wormwood. The lavender as well, really, really nice. I'm also going to look at some reviews on here too, to see what people have said about it. A little bit of a citrus going on as well, you know, but definitely more dominated around the lavender and the wormwood, without a doubt. But it's lovely, really nice. I really like the colour of the juice, you know, really dark colour. And it's interesting because in my review I said that this smells a little bit like Azora On Intense. And it does, it just doesn't have the booziness, but it certainly has the same spicy character that On Intense by Azora has. I like it. I do like this very much. I don't know how many times I need to say that, but it is really nice. Just the only another thing bringing it down as well is the atomizer. It doesn't really look the best, but other than that, it's okay. So yeah, before I talk a little bit more about Drakkar Intense, I just want to say a huge thank you for the reception that I got from my first video back. My video on Davidoff Coolwater feels really good. Yeah, I really appreciate it, guys. I'll probably be doing another video tomorrow and getting that one uploaded tomorrow night, probably around 8 o'clock UK time. I want to be a little bit more frequent with my uploads. I want to make sure that you know, I want to engage with you guys as much as possible. I don't want to be, you know, unreliable like I have been in the past. You know, I want to be loyal like you guys have been loyal to me. So, but yes, I will be doing a review tomorrow. I'm not sure on what fragrance yet, but I need to have a think. And also, another thing I'd like to say is I'm also going to be doing a video based on my entire collection. As you guys can see, that is my entire collection there. I've got a shelf up here with mainly perfumes and, you know, other vintage scents, and on here I've got a lot of my main fragrances, you know, that I enjoy wearing. So that video will be coming. I know a lot of you have said, you know, are you going to do a video based on your entire collection? Yes, the answer is yes. I will be doing that. So yeah, good times to come, guys. Good times to come. So yeah, guys, I really hope you're doing well this evening. It is, what time is it now, Stacey?
It is 9:15.
9:15 at night. Wow, already? Jeez. Yeah, the days are going nowhere, guys. Literally going nowhere. Hey Andre, what's up, my friend? So yeah, I don't even know where the days are going. This day's gone nowhere, that's for sure. Another thing I haven't mentioned to you guys actually is on Thursday I'm going to a concert with Stacey. It was a birthday present, wasn't it? Yeah. Going to see one of my favourite bands, Dream Theater, at the Newcastle Arena. I cannot wait for it. Really, really excited for that. It's going to be awesome. I saw them once in Manchester. I think I saw them at the Manchester Apollo, and they were just amazing. So I'm really hoping that this is going to, I mean it is, it's going to be an amazing gig anyway, but it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited for it. So I might even do a vlog on that actually. I might do a bit of video and make the channel more interesting with not just fragrance related stuff, but with, you know, general vlogs as well. This weekend I was drinking with an actually, I was drinking with an actually daily wearer of Old Spice. It brought back memories. Can't wait to hear what you have to say about those bottles behind you. Yeah, those Old Spice ones.
Or you mean just the bottles in general? I love Old Spice. It's really sentimental for me. My granddad wore it, and whenever I smell it, it reminds me of him. So, drawn by sense. Does the Intense have any powdery feel to it as it dries down? Yeah, without it. I mean, it even has a powderiness as soon as you spray it. It has a bit of a zing with the bergamot. You know, it has a bit of a citrusiness going on, but that fades. And the lavender just completely makes it fougere, powdery. Yeah, it's good. It is nice. Like I said, it's just the only thing that's a shame about the Intense is the longevity. So sometimes longevity doesn't matter. If a fragrance smells nice and doesn't last long, it's not always a bad thing. But you know, these days people really tend to care too much about longevity. So Dream Theater is awesome. Yeah, the Old Spice ones. Yeah, cool. They're not. I don't even think them Old Spice bottles I've got are completely vintage. I think they're 90s bottles, and of course, Old Spice goes all the way back to the 30s. So it's a really old fragrance. But the ones behind me they're made by Shulton, but I don't think they're completely vintage. I think they're the last formulation made by Shulton, and you know I do get a difference. I prefer those to how it smells today. Today it smells a little bit too screechy. It's not the same. That one though, I get like a really nice rosy kind of cinnamon bun sort of smell out of it. So awesome. I mean, Old Spice to me is a very complex scent. In all fairness, it's for it to be so old as well, and for it to smell the way it does. It smells timeless. In all fairness, to me, I love it. Really like it. I haven't really tried any of the flankers either. I know that there are some flankers, like I think there's a one called Whitewater, I think. Wolfthorn, I think, is another one. Champion, there's a lot, basically. I have a Champion shower gel that I use sometimes when I get in the shower, but in terms of the colognes, nah, I don't really know any of the ones. Not sure why they haven't named it Drakkar Noir Intense. That would have made more sense, as it's clearly a flanker of it and not the OG that no one has exactly. Even the advertisement clip is with the whole noir bottle shred and its black bottom. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice to see the company of Gila Roche do something a bit different next time. It would be really good to see a Drakkar Noir Intense. That would be really good. That would be really different. Hey Rich, what's up, mate? Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. How are you doing? Yeah, I know what you mean, though. It would have made more sense to call it Drakkar Noir Intense. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm doing well, mate. Thanks. I really hope you are. Doing better than ever, to be honest. I'm really enjoying being back on YouTube. That video that I uploaded was really fun to do. Yeah, I'm a bit rusty. Yeah, I got a few things wrong in the review. I kept on calling Cool Water an aquatic, even though it is an aquatic to a degree. It is definitely a fougere, and I didn't quite mention that in the video. I didn't mention the Parfum version of Cool Water, so yeah, I'm getting back into the swing of it, guys. The next video will be more on point, more correct. I will say that. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, guys. It feels great to be back. I'm really enjoying your live streams, Rich. Really enjoying them. You have an amazing collection, bud. You really do. Quite jealous. And I mean, considering I've got a big collection, you have a really good collection. You have a lot of classics and hard to find fragrances, and I can always admire that, in all fairness. And of course, from the northeast as well, so that's always nice. Yoshi. Will you be doing more live streams? Yeah, definitely. I would like to do more live streams. It's sometimes difficult trying to think of things to talk about on my live streams. Like for example, this whole Drakkar Intense. I know I haven't talked that much about it. I've been blabbering on mostly. But this was a last minute decision to really talk about this, and yeah, I'll talk about it more in a few minutes. I'm actually going to read some reviews from Fragrant Liquor. I feel like that would be cool. I'm not going to judge people's reviews. I mean, I'm not that kind of person, but I'm going to read a few and see what people have said about it. So, indeed, Cool Water is more of a forest with a shore in the very background, smoking some tobacco while strolling. That's the vibe. Yeah, I get that vibe, definitely. I mean, It's funny because I don't think a lot of people were aware that it had tobacco in it. I mean, I wasn't. I put a review of it on my Instagram when I first got the bottle, and after looking at the notes on Fragrantica, I was quite surprised that it had tobacco in it. But it makes sense. I mean, it comes from Davidoff, which is a cigar tobacco manufacturer, so it does make sense. But yes, you are right. It has that oceanic feel to it, but at the same time, it's very green, earthy, and kind of rugged at the same time. I like it very much. Stefan Fragrance. Nice on-air sign. Love those neon signs. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I got the sign from a shop called Menkind. I've been wanting it for a while. I thought it would look really cool in the background of my videos. And yeah, I'm glad I got it. I appreciate the feedback on it. It's a shame it doesn't change colour, but I mean, the whole point of an on-air sign is for it to be red. I mean, you see them a lot in recording studios and, that sort of thing. But I like it. I do like it. I've got it plugged into my laptop, so the wire stretches. That white wire that you can see there stretches up to it. So I've managed to make it work. That's the main thing. As you guys can see, I'm back on vapes. Well, I've actually never smoked vapes before. As you guys know, I used to smoke cigarettes. I haven't smoked cigarettes for about 10 months now. I went completely cold turkey. I haven't used any patches. I haven't used gum or anything like that. But this one has a bit of nicotine in it. But so far it's okay. It's mixed berry, so it's quite tasty. It's one of those, it's not a fancy one. It's literally one of those ones that you dispose of afterwards. So, are you looking forward to Stranger Things 4? Yes, we both are, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Me and Stacey are very big fans of it. We were watching it. It's funny because I got into it quite late. So did Stacey, and we watched series 1. We binge watched it. Yeah, on Netflix. We binge watched it, and then we watched series 2, and then it was series 3. It was so cool. Series 3 was really good. I really enjoyed that one when they were in the mall, and that one was really good. So I'm really excited for season 4. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Stranger Things to me is just an amazing show. As a fan of the 80s anyway, the soundtrack is awesome. The character development is incredible. Just everything about the show is so good. I'm not going to say too much in case there's some people in the stream who haven't seen it, but yeah, I'm excited for it. I really am. Hey Jim R, what's up? Hello, and on Average Joe, how are you? It's going to be in 2 parts. Yeah, I heard about that, Andre. I've heard it's going to be more like a movie.
27th of May and the beginning of July.
Yeah, the 27th of May, then the beginning of July it's coming on, yeah. Yeah, 2 parts is going to be interesting. Why they couldn't have just made it into another series with a few episodes, I don't know. But it's going to be good. Drawn by Sense. Matt, did you try the other Drakkar flankers? What did you think of them? Yeah, I've tried, of course, Drakkar Noir. I've never tried the original Drakkar. But Drakkar Essence is actually quite nice. It doesn't get a good reception, but I like it very much. I don't own a bottle of it. I'm thinking about getting it maybe in the future, because it's not really expensive. I mean, Guy Laroche's fragrances aren't expensive anyway. But I do really like the Essence, actually. Even though it's blue, the bottle of it is blue, it doesn't smell like your typical blue fragrance. It's actually very zesty and citrusy, so yeah. It'd be really nice to actually get that on my collection. And I haven't actually tried the rarest one. Well, it's not the rarest if you count Drakkar, but there is a one called Dynamic, which is silver. I know Scentland has that in his collection. I know he did a video on that. But, yeah. Be interesting to maybe see if I can get that in my collection as well. You dropped my vape. So many things going wrong in this live stream. Favorite seasons among Stranger Things ranked in your opinion? 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, that's good.
We said 2 was the most shit again. We didn't enjoy
2 was a bit.
We didn't enjoy 2 over 1, but then 3 was really, really good. So then was.
I'd probably say, going from worst to best, I'd probably say 3, 2-1. I think 1 was the best, in my opinion. Because, you know, we were getting introduced to the characters, and 2, I felt like it dragged on a little bit. It was still good, don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad, but I felt like it dragged on a bit. But season 3... Sorry, I've gotten it wrong, I've just realised.
2,
3, 1.
Yeah, 2 was the worst. 3
2 was the worst. 2, 3, 1. 3 was okay. 1 was the best. Yeah, sorry guys. We got buggered up there. But yeah, we're talking about Stranger Things. I'm also a big fan of Rick and Morty, in case you guys didn't know. I've got a poster of it on my wall. I love Rick and Morty. I love Big Bang Theory. That's always on my TV. Always, because it never gets old. I was a huge fan of Game of Thrones as well when that was out. It's a shame it's not on anymore. I thought the ending was really disappointing. Really unappealing ending. You know, because we got so psyched up throughout the whole seasons, and then as the last episode was playing, it was really lacking so much development. The way it ended was crap, in my opinion. Chaos Flower. You watched Mr. In Between. I've never heard of that. Have you heard of Mr. In Between? No, I've never heard of that. I'll have to check that out. It might be on Amazon Prime, I don't know. Even if it's on Netflix, that would be cool as well. That's what Martin wanted. Good to know. I have a friend on the show, so I was going to give him a hard time if you kept season 3 as the worst. You have a friend on the show? Really? Is it It is Australian. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. D&D wanted to start other projects, so they botched it. Completely. Season 1 of it was awesome. All the seasons were good, just the last one was a bit shit. Pardon my language. Will you think House of the Dragon will be any good? I've never heard of it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not very, informative when it comes to TV shows, guys. I don't actually watch a lot of TV shows, in all fairness. I'm more into my music and, the odd, sitcom like Big Bang Theory, and I like a few comedies, that's about it. I never even watched, what's it called? What's that show about the guy who makes meth? Crystal meth. I'm forgetting the name of it. Breaking Bad. Never even watched that. Yeah, Andre, Breaking Bad, yeah. You might like Mr. In Between. Barry, also really good. Awesome, I'll have to check that out. Cheers for the recommendation, by the way. Yoshi. The story of the Targaryen civil war that took place about 300 years before events portrayed in Game of Thrones. Whoa. Ooh. That sounds good. The thing is with Game of Thrones, a lot of my friends used to watch Game of Thrones, and they only watched it because of the fact that it had so much nudity in them. But I liked it because of the dragons. In all fairness, the dragons were just awesome. I liked the violent battle scenes as well. They were so good. I just got into King Gizzard and Ghost music, that is. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're going back to music. I'm really excited to see Dream Theater on Thursday. I cannot wait for that. That's going to be an awesome gig. And they're being supported by another band called Tesseract. And, I'm not a big fan of Tesseract. I don't dislike them. But I feel like just seeing a band in general on stage is awesome. So, I mean, from what I've heard of Tesseract, they are actually okay. So, I need to get back into my music playing, guys. I used to try and record songs all the time, but I kind of drifted away from my own, music and stuff. What's the best music venue in Newcastle? Well, City Hall has some good bands on. The Sage is also really good, but that's not in Newcastle. That's technically across the river. That's in Gateshead. But the Sage is a very good. I actually saw a Queen tribute band at the Sage. That was really fun. Where else is there? I mean, the Metro Radio Arena. I've seen so many bands there. I've seen Linkin Park, Kiss. I saw Steps there when I was really little. I don't have a lot of memory of that, but I'd probably say the Metro Radio Arena. Well, it used to be called Metro Radio Arena. I think it's called.
What's called? It's the Utility Arena now.
Utility Arena. Yeah, I can
That's
never pronounce that.
That's what it's called now.
Yeah, Utility Arena. Fair. Me and Stacey also went to see a tribute band of Fleetwood Mac last year.
No, the year before.
The year before, was it?
2020. It was December 2020.
Wow. Yeah, we saw them in Liverpool. That was awesome. Really enjoyed that. They were called Rumours of Fleetwood Mac. If you ever get the chance to check them out, guys, I would highly recommend it. I love Twin Peaks, including the 2017 season. Never checked that out. I like Behemoth videos. Behemoth are awesome. Jim R. Game of Thrones, keep watching the Deep State, World Evil, Economic Forum, and their New World Disorder, and Green New Steel nonsense. It's real world Game of Thrones. Awesome. I'll definitely have to check it out. Drakkar Essence was disappointing, but I'm looking forward to trying Intense. Sorry, Essence, yeah. Essence was disappointing, but I'm looking forward to trying Intense. Matt, did you ever try the original Drakkar from 1972? No, I've never tried it. I've always wanted to try it. I said at the beginning of the video that I've tried looking for it online. I've tried to see if there's any samples of it or miniatures, and yeah, I just can't find any, if I'm honest. It's just so rare, It was discontinued, I think, in the late 70s, so it didn't even stay around for that long. So, but no, I would like to try it, in all fairness. I've heard it's really good. I mean, just looking at the notes themselves, it's awesome. Chaos Flower. I stopped buying fragrances, got far too many. Enough to last me until I'm dead, probably. Oh, same here. But, yeah, it's a passion. And, I'm into them, so. You see people collecting so many things, There's a guy on YouTube who collects, what does he collect? Soda cans. Empty soda cans from the 50s, 60s, 70s. And when he does his video, I can't remember his name, but he leaves all of the cans on display behind him, and they look awesome in all fairness. So, passions, or I should say hoarding passions like this, can be, they can be enjoyable. I do tend to wear all of my fragrances as, day by day. But yeah, you are absolutely right in what you say. You can have too many until the day you die. You're absolutely bang on there. How big is your collection? Quite big, Yoshi, if I'm honest. I'd probably say I had about maybe 600, 700 fragrances. There's these two shelves here. There's two there, and there's another shelf underneath. And the other shelf I use for, just other crap. But the fragrances I've got on top there, I've probably got about 100 up there. So. Andre. Drakkar 1972 was a scent in the vein of Chanel Pour Monsieur. Ah, very nice. Givenchy Monsieur, Givenchy Eau Sauvage, etc. So it's very citrus aromatic. Yeah. Never smelled it, but some people shared some insights in the past. Cool. Yeah, it would have made sense. I mean, I've noticed that companies like that, they tend to make their first fragrance very gentleman orientated. So, the strong use of citruses, maybe some patchouli, greens, that kind of thing. But I mean, that's quite a good description. I love citrus aromatics. I've got a few in my collection that I consider quite nice. So Chaos Flower. I buy them for my girlfriend and mum now, not for myself. Oh, that's very kind of you. Like you say, if you've got plenty for yourself, then it makes sense. You know? You discontinue the fact that you used to buy them for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. You're saving money at the end of the day, Yoshi. Do you have Telquil? Telquil. I know that fragrance. Let me see. Ah, Yves Rocher. Right. Well, as a fan of Yves Rocher, I actually don't have that one, but I've heard it's really nice. I'm looking at it here on Fragrantica, and it's... I really like the green bottle. I like that. But that actually sounds really nice. It has tea in it, with some neroli in the top. Nutmeg and coriander in the mid, and the base amber, vanilla, sandalwood and cedar. That sounds really nice. And that came out in '95. Interesting. I'll have to check that one out. Thanks, Yoshi. Dakar is a seriously good Drakkar. Dakar, yeah. Is that the... Is that like a cheaper version? I think... Dakar. Is that not by Al Rahab? I'm going to sound dumb if it isn't by Al Rahab, but I'm sure it is. Oak Moss back in the day. Yeah, yeah. I love Oak Moss. What I like about Oak Moss is it goes a long way. And when it's been made by perfumers or by companies, you know, you only need a drop of it in fragrances. And you know, I have quite a few Oak Moss fragrances. I think my favourite Oak Moss fragrance is probably Quorum. And I mean, that's saying a lot because it's a cheap scent, but I have the vintage Quorum, and that's just an Oak Moss bomb. It really is. It's so good. Love it. Al Rahab, yeah, I thought it was. Jim, I'm up to 750 bottles. Been saying I'm going to downsize to 100 bottles since 2014. Hasn't happened. Yeah, I don't think... I mean, don't get me wrong, I've downsized some to a degree. I've given some bottles to my brother. I've even got some in my wardrobe that are just sitting there collecting dust. I should probably sell them. Or maybe give some away. That would have been good. They're not really worth giving away because they're not really good fragrances, but yeah. Yeah, Al Rahab, Jim, yeah. Dakar, I need to check that one out. I've got loads of Al Rahab oils. I used to have a spray of the Sultan. And that was good. Really good. I really like the roll-on version of Sultan. It's so good. Andre. I've had Comme un Evidence Home from Rocher, and I was loving it 10-12 years ago when I wasn't into frags. Oh, cool. Cool. Well, there is a one from Yves Rocher that I really want called Millionaire Home. I think it's called Millionaire Home. And I've heard that's like a cinnamon, boozy, spicy sort of scent, and that's right up my street. So, you know, hopefully I might be able to get that someday. Who knows? But yeah, Yves Rocher are a really underrated house. You know, you don't see many reviews for them on YouTube. People don't really talk about the house. And it's a shame because they are awesome. I've got a few perfumes from Yves Rocher, which are really good. So I've got a one called Eddie Jour, which is an opium sort of scent. And, you know, as a fan of some feminine-based scents myself, because of nostalgic purposes, I really like Eddie Jour, because, you know, I really like opium. So that's the reason why I have that in my collection. But I do need to check out more of their masculine scents, definitely. Dakar is awesome. I have 2 bottles, and it smells very similar to Drakkar when it contained real oak moss. Well worth the $5 I paid for 30ml. Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. I might have to check that out, Jim. You guys have really good taste in fragrances, so, you know, these are really good recommendations at the end of the day. So, Andre. Cartier Declaration d'un Soir. That was hyped as hell, was inspired by the mentioned Rocher. Was it? Okay. Frankly, the Rocher is way better in my opinion. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't actually checked out many other fragrances from Cartier. The only Cartier fragrance I have is Santos. And I love Santos. Love it. Absolutely love that stuff. Even if it isn't a vintage, the formulation I have is kick-ass. So good. Tom Morris. Hey Tom, how are you? My mother wore a Guy Rocher one when I was a kid. Orchidee. Yes, Orchidee. I've got a bottle of that. It's in my wardrobe because I haven't got any room left on my shelf. But that's actually an interesting perfume. The one I have is a stopper, so it's a splash. But I got it really cheap. But I think it's sort of I think the smell of it's kind of gone off. Hasn't really been taken care of over the years by the person I bought it from. I mean, it was only £6 and it only was half full, so you know, price says a lot when it comes to fragrances, especially when you buy them second hand. Oh, and a Cartier you may like is Mousse de Cartier, vanillic, heady and wonderful. I do like Mousse de Cartier. It's so good. I think there was a men's version, but the one you're talking about, the bottle is like the juice inside's orange, and I've heard it smells a little bit like Obsession by Calvin Klein. In fact, I sampled it when I was in a shop in my mall a few weeks ago, I think, and it's very strong. Yeah, it's very nice. A very nice amber scent, and you know, amber's a note that I really feel like's evolved over the years. When I think of an old-fashioned amber, I think of Calvin Klein Obsession, you know, for women. Or maybe something like Opium, you know, or maybe even Poison by Dior, you know. But I just feel like it's evolved. And when I smelled Mousse de Cartier, I really liked it, actually. It was really nice. Yes, that's the bottle my mum had, yeah. There was even a flanker of it as well called Nuit de Orchidée, which was like a deeper, you know, nighttime version, I guess. The bottle for that was blue, whereas Orchidée was like a brownish kind of golden colour. Declaration EDT is also great, but Deux Un Soir is average in my opinion. Sampled it and it's very unisex and generic. You know, I think I can see what you mean. Like, I mean, I've obviously never tried it, but sometimes, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got quite a few in my collection which I class as generic or synthetic, and what I do with those fragrances is I tend to wear lazing around the house. You know, if I want to wear something really nice, it'll be when I'm going out, maybe on a date with my girlfriend, or if we're going shopping or something like that. I'm not one for receiving compliments. I wear fragrance for myself, and of course for my girlfriend as well. If I want my girlfriend to notice something nice on me, that makes me feel good too. But when I was, you know, before I met Stacey, you know, I wasn't ever fishing for compliments from anyone. Never mind females. I never cared. You know, I've always wanted to wear fragrances for me, and you know, to me that's what it's about. But I don't judge people who do want compliments from females. You know, it depends really. Tom Morris. I only got Must because I was isolating and it was mentioned on an episode of Charmed. Alright, that pure Halliwell wore it. Oh, okay. I agree that Must smells like Obsession, except I find it smells more well-rounded. Fair enough. Yeah, to me, Obsession, especially in the vintage formulation, to me, it's very much... It's very ambery, but it's very animalic as well. It's, you know, especially the vintage, it's got civet, musk, but it's very powdery and it's soft, you know. So I can understand why you think that. I think Must has aldehydes, maybe cypress. I don't know. I'm probably just guessing there, but I'm pretty sure it has aldehydes, which makes it smell a bit sharper. You know, I'm probably wrong, but hey, Bren, what's up? Hope you had a good day at work, mate. I don't mind generic, but not at Cartier prices. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes you can get 100ml for 50-60 quid, but most of the time they are around 80, even at discounters. Don't even get me started on some retail places. I was after a bottle of Yo Pom, and there's a place in the UK called the Perfume Shop, right? And they were wanting to sell that for 79 quid. £79 for Yo Pom, 200ml. Disgraceful. So I ended up getting it from the Perfume Shop for about 24, I think.
Perfume shops are most expensive.
That's what I said, Perfume Shop.
They said it's fragrance shop. We'll get it from there.
Yeah, I got it from the fragrance shop, but it was
Oh.
the perfume shop that was wanting to sell it for
No,
$79. No, I said it right, I think. I probably haven't, like, you've probably corrected me right, but I tend to blabber on too much and forget what I'm saying. But yeah, £79 for your criminal. I'm glad I got the 200ml in the end for that price. But yeah, going back to Cartier, it's a house that I haven't explored that much of. Obviously, they're a jewelry house, but their fragrances are, they are very luxurious. I have smelled another one from Cartier called Roadster, which was very nice. Very nice, but that's really hard to find now, especially where I am. Prices on eBay for that are rocketing in price. All work is what it is. Fair enough, buddy. As long as it was alright, that's the main thing. Andre, retail, most Cartiers are 110, 120. You can get a small bottle of Creed Aventus for that price. Most Creed fragrances are going for that price in some places. Pasha EDT is around 60 to 80. Hey, Mr. Number 6, how are you? Wow, that's insane. That is insane. Also, fantastic watches. Yes, they do nice watches. They do nice jewelry, in all fairness. Perfume shop have buy one, get one half price at the moment. Don't get me wrong, the perfume shop isn't a terrible shop, but if they're going to charge £79 for a 200ml bottle of Your Pomme, they need to give their head a wobble. Because that's just ridiculous. It's ripping people off. And the thing is, people out there will buy that as well. But in terms of their other fragrances, that's a really good offer. Buy one half price, buy one get one half price. That's a good offer. But it depends on what fragrance you get, Cartier make the best Lily Solid Floor. What's that? I don't know what that is. I'm a bit dumb with something, guys. Some things, I should say. I've got Pasha EDT for 42. That's good. Where can you get Pasha for 42? Yeah, where can you get it for 42? That's a decent price, though. The most expensive fragrance I've ever bought was Bogart Furio for £79. And here's me saying I would never have bought Your Pomme for $79. But yeah, I spent £79 on a bottle of Furio. Obviously because that's discontinued, and looking back, it was worth it in my opinion. The bottle is stunning. It came in its original box and everything. It had never been sprayed, so yeah, I was well chuffed with that. Well chuffed. The thing is, most discounters and also retailers upped the prices during the last year. I wonder why that is. Maybe to do with the lockdown, maybe? I don't know. Because here in the UK, when the lockdown thing was going on with COVID and that, there was literally nowhere open. And, gas stations, you guys call them gas stations, but petrol stations here in the UK, they really downed the prices on petrol, which didn't make any sense. And everyone went mad and crazy over it. So I'm thinking maybe the prices have risen because of the fact that everything is now, open and available. Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. Online stores, like... Oh, okay, sorry. Let's go through the comments. I've realised there's been a few comments. Jimmo, anyone put their nose on Jan Sport? It's a really great Aventus cologne clone. No, I've never tried it. I mean, there's so many clones of Aventus. I think the most notable one is probably Club de Nuit Intense. And even I don't own that. I don't actually have many clones. I think the closest clone that I have is of Cool Water, and it's Aspen by Cody. Actually, I do actually have a clone of Kouros by Milton Lloyd, and a clone of Amen by Mugler from Milton Lloyd as well. So yeah, actually, I suppose I do have a few clones, but none of Aventus. I need to try that, Jim. Actually, that sounds quite interesting though. Notino seem to have good deals on Cartier fragrances. I'll have to try that Western Oud. I'll definitely have to try that. Solid Floor, it basically is a scent built around a singular note, if that makes sense. Oh. Anyway, it's Beza Vole. If you get the chance to sample it, the bottle is lovely too. Yeah, will do. I'll have to try that. So it's a bit like Eccentric Molecules, number 1. I think that only contains the one note. Quite interesting that, actually, knowing that there's fragrances out there that only feature one note. Saying that, Demeter do that a lot, don't they? So, online stores like Tino. Yeah, I need to try Tino, actually. I've looked on Fragrance X, All Beauty. What was the name of that site that I got the Yo Pom Iddy?
The one I got for you.
Yes.
It was Parfum Dreams.
Parfum Dreams, yeah, from Germany. Yeah. So there's a few, there's a few. I have a bottle of Ferio and that stuff is nuclear. It really is. Gonna last me a lifetime. Great stuff. Yeah, it's awesome. And even the bottle I've got, it isn't classed as vintage, but it's still nuclear strength. I've got a miniature of the vintage actually, and there is contrasting differences. The one in the miniature is fantastic. That stuff, 24 hours on my skin, does not fade. Projection lasts for hours, but then fades and it stays on my skin for a day, literally. So strong. Yes, did 79 quid for Furio too. I love it. Oh, cool. Probably the same seller then. I know he's got a few bottles of it. Speaking about Aramis, Devon and 900 are like 18 quid at discounters. JHL is around 75. Yeah. And it's the same with New West. New West, 900, and Devon are the Aramis Gentleman line. JHL is actually ridiculous in price. It's the same with Tuscany. I think that's going for like 50. I'm sure there's another one, but I think Aramis Life as well. That's another one that's expensive. But thankfully I've got an older bottle of that, and that stuff's good. So really nice kumquat kind of scent. I've heard they started making Furio again. I think Sebastian Jara stated that a couple of months ago, if I remember well. Did he? Oh, that's interesting. It'll be nice to know, actually. It'll be a nice. It'll just be nice to know that Bogart, the Bogart group, I should say, are actually making Furio again. They shouldn't have discontinued it. I think they've only discontinued it is because it's dated. It is a dated scent, no doubt, but still appreciated. I mean, I love it. So, and you seem to like it too. Who was it that liked it? Forgive me. Drawn by Sense. Yeah. Greetings to you, Duplo. How's the weather in Minnesota? I'm guessing it's red hot. And Havana is gone. Is it gone? That's a shame. I've been wanting a bottle of Aramis Havana for a while. Real shame. Mr. Number 6. Won't ordering from Germany cost you in custom taxes? No, surprisingly no.
If it was over 35, it was free shipping.
That's
over
right.
£35 if I spent.
That's right. If it was over £30 here in the UK, 30. So that's right. If it was over £35 here in the UK, free shipping. So, and I think it was.
Well, it took a week to come.
A week. And how much was the fragrance again, if you don't mind me asking? Because it was a gift, so.
I want to say it was nearly £40.
I think it was nearly 40, wasn't it? Yeah.
I can't remember that.
It was something like that. It's alright, you don't have to check, but I think it was something like that, so. Jim R. I cannot imagine New Furio having that same unapologetic bitch slap, toxic masculinity as the original Furio, yeah. Yeah, I know. Just watered down, that's what I think. I'm going to have to look that up, though. Once this live stream's up, I'm going to actually have a look and see if there's anything information-wise on the new Furio. That would be really interesting. Ooh, Havana gone. Damn, that's a bummer. It is a bummer. It's really disappointing, actually. Andre. Dembiro or Dembiro is a good German store. Cool. Thank you. I'll have to check it out. Havana is discontinued, but Roger and Gallet Open is very similar, as well as Montana Homme Parfum. Yeah, I actually have Open, and I really like it. It's a really nice fragrance. Montana Homme Parfum I don't have, but I do own Montana Parfum Dome, but it's in the new formulation, and it's not the best. In all fairness, I'm not really a big fan of it. Let's put the cap on. That's better. I have open. Love it. It's awesome, Andre. I really like it too. But knowing that it's similar to Havana actually makes me feel a bit better. So cool, nice one, Matt. May order from there myself. Yeah, it's actually good. Parfum Dreams. It's a good website. Matt, can anyone from the Peanut Gallery, aka Fragrance Flunkies, join your live stream? I don't mind that, but that's something else I was wanting to mention. Probably in the next live stream that I do, I'm going to actually invite some people on here so we can actually talk about fragrance and whatnot. The only reason I'm saying no now is because I'm going to probably end the live stream soon after I've talked a little bit more about the Intense and I read some comments. But yeah, that would be great, Jim, actually. I'll probably be doing a live stream again, maybe even tomorrow night, or maybe even the day after. So, yeah, I hope that's all right. Open is like 10 quid. Fantastic. Yeah, it's super cheap stuff. Yes, have ordered from Dambiro before. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I've never tried it. Is it a German site? I think you said it was a German site, didn't you? Yeah. But no, it sounds interesting. It's always good to know about these sites. You know, I really like Fragrance X, but the problem with Fragrance X is you look at the fragrance on the website and sometimes the prices are really low, but once you put it in a basket and then you go through the process of paying for it, the delivery charge they want for the fragrance just adds up, and it sometimes be like an extra £10 or $10 on top of that. So, you know, that's a real disappointment. But other than that, the fragrances that are on Fragrance X, you know, there's some good ones. Like Anucci for Men, that's a rare fragrance. I know they have a bottle of that going for £32. I've been wanting that in my collection forever now. It's kind of chamomile, citrus sort of scent. But yeah, it's always good to know about new websites. Usually I just stick to eBay. I think eBay is quite reliable, especially if you get it from a good seller. I mean, I got my bottle of Furio from eBay and it's fantastic. I didn't even wait that long for that either. So it just depends. Anything can be hit and miss on any website, you know. I was on one of the Facebook groups today actually, and someone ordered from, I think it was Fragrance Direct, and they posted a picture of their delivery and the box had literally smashed. There was no bubble wrap or anything. So yeah, that's not good when that happens. I almost bought a bottle of my beloved discontinued Marc Jacobs Eau de Parfum, but as you said, the delivery is super high. Still looking for a gardenia scent to scratch the itch Marc Jacobs left. Ah, shame. If that's the problem with fragrances when they get discontinued, I do feel for you. I really do. I mean, my favorite fragrance of all time is probably Balenciaga Pour Homme from 1990, the Gerard Anthony creation. And there's nothing like it. I mean, there is maybe a few fragrances like it. You know, Furio at a push is a bit similar, maybe. Lapidus Pour Homme, maybe. Aubusson Homme, maybe. But there's nothing that has the same complexity or the same richness. You know, like that toasted cinnamon and that patchouli that Balenciaga Pour Homme has. It's a shame. And that is so rare now. You can't even find any bottles of that. Maybe a few miniatures, and they're going for like £25 for like a 4mm miniature. It's a shame. But yeah, I really do hope you can find something to get rid of that itch, Tom. Imagine a super stream like the Live Aid concert from '85. You, Smelly, AC, and Greggy Boy 76, Retro Frags, Bohemian Rhapsody. Well, you know, I would actually love to do that. I would love to do a good live stream. I mean, I'm not the best host in the world. That's why I really admire what, you know, Mr. Smelly's doing at the moment with all of his live streams. You know, he's been getting some, you know, interesting people on there. And he's really good at what he does. And that would be really fun. It really would. I did do you know, I did do a video with Sense of South Jersey, Kellen, which was really fun. He's an awesome guy. Have a lot of respect for him, and that was a great video. So you're right, Andre, that would be fun. But like I said, the next live stream I'm going to do, it would be so fun to actually talk to you guys in person about fragrance and all that. So I know I said I was going to end the live stream, but I'm actually going to read I'm going to read a few reviews about this because I'm curious. So let's have a look. It's still going strong, actually. That's the dry down on this hand, and the opening is actually still going strong as well. But again, for an eau de parfum, it's really, it's actually quite weak, in all fairness. But the smell, I do like the smell of this. I really do. I know I haven't actually spoke that much about it, and the whole point of this live stream was to talk about this, but yeah, I do like this very much, in all fairness. It's still a nice fragrance. To me, it's still a solid release. But from some of the comments that you guys have given me, it is definitely more of a Drakkar Noir Intense rather than a Drakkar Intense. But yeah, I'm actually going to look at a few reviews right now. I'm curious of what people have said, so let's take a look. Okay, so I'm going to read a review here by somebody named Mr. Boston. What he says about Drakkar Intense is it's a boozy barbershop, which I can 100% agree with. Very close to a Zaroporon Intense to the point of redundancy. This fragrance is a flanker of the original Drakkar. Okay. Not Drakkar Noir as many have suggested. Hence the absence of Drakkar Noir's trademark mint lavender opening. In the same vein as Penhaligon's Tragedy of Lord George, Cartier Pasha Parfum, and the aforementioned Azaro. You know the vibe, shaving foam and whiskey. Performance is moderate. Of the lot, the Cartier and Azaro are better offerings. That's an interesting review, actually, because I haven't tried the Penhaligon's fragrance that he mentioned. Cartier Pasha Parfum I have tried, actually, and I do actually see what he means. To a degree, not 100%, but the whole whiskey and the shaving foam vibe, I can understand that. But I have to actually disagree with the fact that he says it's not like Drakkar Noir, because to me it is. It is a little bit like Drakkar Noir, probably about 45% similar. Not overly similar, but you know what I mean. I'm going to read another review out. Let's have a look. Okay, this one's by somebody named Goldman MAR. And he said that this is a gorgeous modern take of the Drakkar DNA from 1972. They added boozy and sweet amber chords to Drakkar. Much better and not too dry of a scent profile. Smells like Azaro Intense mixed with Drakkar, basically. For the price, this is a no-brainer. I'm actually in. It's interesting that a few reviews here have mentioned the Drakkar, the Azaro Intense, because I said that in my review. So this is the first time I'm looking at these reviews, actually. So, and I'll read one more. This is by someone named Junior Halston. And he says, one of those scents that you need your nose on or anyone else's to skin. Oh, sorry, let me read this again. One of those scents that you need your nose or anyone else's to your skin to smell. Opening, you smell a tinge of noir, but then goes down the road of amber, light, sweet, woody aftershave. Definitely not an EDP, as noted, more of an eau de cologne. That's probably the most accurate review that I can give it. I mean, maybe not an eau de cologne, but a standard eau de toilette at best. Definitely not an eau de parfum. It's definitely a marketing gimmick with this, guys. But the fragrance itself, I do like it. It's definitely got this powdery barbershop booziness to it, which I like. But for those who haven't tried it, I know there's a few people in this live stream now who haven't tried it, but for those who haven't, I would still go out and buy this because it's not expensive. It's really cheap. Even if you get yourself a 50 ml or a 30 ml, it's worth having in your collection, especially if you're a fan of, Guy Laroche Drakkar, the name Drakkar. It's worth it, in my opinion. So I would definitely recommend it. Okay, let's get back to the comments. Balenciaga now does crappy fashion for the likes of the Kardashians. Yeah, I'm also not a big fan of their fragrances now, in all fairness. There might be a few that are good, but I mean, they don't even make fragrances for men, Balenciaga, which is a real shame. Mr. Number 6, you should rob Rich Mitch's house. He stockpiled all the Balenciagas. Think he may be in the same area as you. So that's why there's none for sale anymore. It's because of him. I'm gonna have words with him. Nah, I don't blame him. He has an amazing collection, in all fairness. Love Greggy Boy. Shame he doesn't review much these days. Yeah, it is a shame. He was a great reviewer. He really was. Max 40 and Smelly are also fans of the Intense. I'm a fan of it. I do like it. It's really good. I can see why people dislike it, though. I'm not like completely biased towards it. I can see why people don't like it. I bet 99% of those people that mention the OG Drakkar from 72 haven't smelled it. Who knows? I think you have to be an elderly gentleman to have really tried that, I think, because it was discontinued in the late 70s. And I know that because I read it on a blog online a few years ago. Brian Etheridge, glad you're back, Matt. God bless. Thank you. God bless to you too. Al Manzano, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Jamar, I've occasionally looked for the OG Drakkar. I haven't seen it for the sale for past 10 years. Yeah, I think it's literally gone extinct now. It's a shame. All concentration nowadays on marketing gimmicks. Most EDCs from the 70s are like 100 times stronger than today's X-Straits. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's crazy. But I mean, when it's like in the 70s and 80s, when fragrances for men were released, they were known as colognes. And of course, cologne means the same as eau de toilette. I actually discovered that the other day. So cologne is just a shorter word for eau de toilette, apparently. Al Manzano, Portos by Balenciaga, the Scented Devil. Now that is a fragrance that I've been wanting by Balenciaga. It's the same with Hohang and Hohang Club. There's a lot, to be honest, from Balenciaga. They made bangers, absolute bangers. Damn it, now I want a bottle of the OG Drakkar. Yeah, so do I. I would love that in my collection too. If the thing is, I would have been happier if Guy Laroche had re-released Drakkar rather than release this. I like the whole idea behind it, but like everything I've said, this is not an eau de parfum. It's really not. It doesn't last like an eau de parfum. 6 hours at most. Might even last shorter on certain other people's skin. But I get 6 hours out of this. That's not eau de parfum strength. So. Colognes were known in the US. Here, everything was called parfum. Smelly said that in the UK, everyone called them aftershaves. Well, aftershaves is a very low concentration. It's... An aftershave is even lower than an eau de cologne. And I've got a few aftershaves in my collection which are strong. I have a fragrance from the 70s called High Karate. And that's an aftershave. And I get hours and hours out of that. It's the same with Jovan Musk. I have a few formulations of that. I've even got the original from the 70s when it was known as Jovan Musk oil. I get 8 hours out of that. Seriously. And that's aftershave. Well, it's aftershave / cologne. So, makes sense, actually, with what you're saying. But yeah, the fragrances, I love the world of fragrances. I love everything revolved around fragrance. But they are getting really interesting. I will say that. Have you guys noticed that Ralph Lauren are releasing a new unisex fragrance called Ralph Lauren? I think it's called Ralph Lauren Earth. I need to try that. People are saying it's like a posh CK1, but that's just what people are saying before even sampling it, you know. They're just saying whatever they want about it, basically. I need to try that, though. I've heard it's made from natural materials. It has like a natural wooden cap. And I think the ingredients to make the fragrance are all, I mean, they're all 100% natural. Nothing about it is synthetic, apparently. So they say. Brian Etheridge. I will have to try the new Drakkar. I've been hooked on Bogart by Jacques Bogart lately. Smells awesome to me. That is a nice fragrance. I love it. It's very... I like to think of it as a dark leather. That's what I think of it as. It's leathery, it's mossy, but it's just... It's like something Count Dracula would wear, in my opinion. It's awesome. It's a little bit similar to Oscar Paul Louis as well, but Paul Louis is a little bit more elegant, I would say. Whereas Bogart signature is a little bit more... What's the word? It's definitely more of a casual scent, without a doubt. I'm 71 years old, wore it for more than 7 years. Matt, just get Portos. That's probably won me, in all fairness, you saying that. I'll have to see if I can get it, definitely. To be honest, I think I've actually seen a few bottles of Balenciaga Portos going for sale. I'll have to definitely see if I can get that. That would make a good review, I think. Yoshi, do you have work-only fragrances, or do you wear anything, anytime? Anything, anytime. Literally anytime. You know, you see people making videos, like, fragrances to wear at the office and stuff like that. I even watched a video the other day by a reviewer who made a top 10 video for fragrances to wear on a building site. So, you know, you get all sorts of videos from people. But to me, I just wear whatever I fancy on the day, in all fairness. Or, like I said before, if I'm going on a date with Stacey, I'll wear something that I know she likes. You know, she really likes The Dreamer by Versace. There's a lot, to be honest, that she likes. So, The Dream is probably one of them, isn't it, though?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Matt. Hey, Jamie. What's up, man? I should say JME, J3. I'll just call you Jamie. Almanzano. To continue, Portos, was intoxicating, hypnotic, and alluring. Yeah, I'm going to check that one out. Let's have a look. You're starting to win me over. Definitely starting to win me over. Ooh, it's a leather amber woody. Oh, castoreum, leather, myrrh, oak moss, incense, galbanum as well, carnation. Yeah, there's definitely no little boy notes in this, that's for sure. It's definitely a man's fragrance. I'm going to see if it smells like anything, actually. It gets compared to Jean Pascal, even gets compared to Kouros, apparently. As I can't say it smelled like Kouros. And it even gets compared to a niche fragrance called El Archist. I think that's how you pronounce it. A rich, multifaceted blend that, to my mind, conjures the image of a refined continental gentleman, sophisticated, elegant, and a bit of a dandy. Portos was one of the three musketeers. Sounds like a masterpiece. Sounds like a real vintage masterpiece. Again, Balenciaga. Why on earth did they discontinue all of their vintage, well, I should say classic fragrances? These days they're just making perfumes. It doesn't make any sense. They could really make there's definitely a market for the men's fragrances now, I think. Oscar Paul Louis is heavily inspired by the OG Tobacco from 1959, the classic German fragrance. Oh, okay. Interesting. I need to resample that. I've got an aftershave version of that, but I need to get back to that. I'm pretty sure that's by Maurer and Wirtz, right? Bren. Yeah, it sounds interesting. Refillable bottle and sustainable ingredients, but wearing and smelling is the only proof, really. Almanzano, you will not regret it. Make sure it's from a credible seller. I'll look into it, definitely. It depends, because, I mean, sometimes vintage fragrances pop up certain days. Sometimes I go back, they're not there, so it all depends. Brian, have you tried Cremo Bourbon and Oak EDT? It smells great to me. I've never tried anything from Cremo, but I've heard they're a really good brand. I'll keep that in mind, Brian, definitely. Mr. Number 6. Bogart's signature on skin is horrid, but on clothes it smells like Imperial Leather soap. Love the scent of that soap. Yeah, me too. I've even got an aftershave, actually, of Imperial Leather. That's really nice. It's not long-lasting anything. It lasts maybe 1 or 2 hours, but it's so good. I love it. It's really, really nice. Hohan Club is such an underrated scent, and it's my evening out dressed up cologne. Gotta drop. Catch you later. Nice one, Jim. Well, thank you very much for joining the live stream. I appreciate you as always. I'll definitely have to look up Hohan Club because of what you've said. Manzano. Treat Portos cautiously, and you'll be rewarded with one of the greatest fragrances ever created. I warned you, man. No, I'll definitely keep that in mind. I'm gonna look up and actually see how much it is. Could you do that for me real quick?
Of course, one.
Thank you very much, Stacey. I appreciate it.
What's it called?
Portos. Portos by Balenciaga. Raz Scott. Hey Ryan, what's up, matey? Thank you, mate. It's good to be back. Appreciate all the support that you've given me as well over the past few weeks. Really appreciate you, man. Mate. That was like a cross between man and mate. Forgive me. DL. It's really cool to have you back doing YouTube stuff, dude. You ever in Montreal, you let me know. We'll hit up all the shady fragrance shops. That sounds so cool. Yeah, man, I will do, definitely. There's so many places. Is it expensive? How much?
Well, there's not really any that's in, they're all imports.
So there's none in the UK?
Not that I can find. They're all from Greece, Australia, Italy.
Greece, Australia and Italy. For Portos, yeah. Germany, yeah.
156.
156. Whoa. See?
148. Yeah.
It's something I can save up on, I think. If I save up hard-earned money, I think it's something I can definitely save up on. To me, from looking at Portos online, Al, it looks like a solid fragrance. You know, it doesn't look like the type of scent that you can overspray. One spray would probably do it. So I'll definitely have to look it up. Matt, the Castorium was wicked and hardcore in the base. Oh, I can imagine. I can absolutely imagine. I mean, I really like the Castorium and Furio, but from really liking the note of Castorium, it would be nice to check out a few more. Bren, I guess the old powerhouse fragrances have gone in favour of the new mass trends and buyers, old school frag heads, and then on the ground nowadays. So no money in business is business, I guess. Yeah, definitely. It's just what happens. Thin on the ground. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Almanzano. I'm in San Francisco Bay Area in the US. My wife and I think you're doing a super job. Oh, I really appreciate that, Al. Thank you. I've noticed you actually in Mr. Smelly's live streams. You're a very sophisticated gentleman. I really appreciate you joining my live streams. Thank you very much. I'm honoured. This will blow Furio out of the water. What's an email address to contact you? I'm in the US. I will definitely leave my contact information, my email address. I'll actually leave in my info on my channel so you can check it out once this live stream is up. I'm going to end the live stream in the next 2 minutes, guys. So I'll leave that for you, Brian. It'll be cool actually to converse with you, man. Definitely. Whereabouts in the US are you from? One thing I miss about the US is all of the antique stores. You know, there's a lot of cool hidden gems. You know, and you can really find a lot of cool vintage stuff in these antique malls. So, Almanzano, I've already sent you an email. Awesome. I'll have to check it. Thanks, Al. I really appreciate that. hardly touched my wine. Not a bad thing.
It's not, because you'd be distracted.
Been distracted with all of these wonderful people's comments.
Exactly.
Yes. Certainly have. Would you guys like to see Stacey in another review, guys? We did a video on Altamira about 8 months ago, and I also did a video on one of her fragrances from a company called Morgan. Yeah, I think she's a natural, personally, and she's a great support of me. And yeah, let me know if you'd like to see any more videos with Stacey in the videos, guys. It's funny because I like to see reviewers doing videos with their partners. It's nice. It's nice to know that people in the fragrance community have partners that are supportive of them, and I'm definitely lucky in that category. Couple dynamics are always fun and different. Yeah, they are, Andre, definitely. Awesome, Brian. Yeah, let's see it. Couple dynamics are always fun and different. Yeah. I give Ultimate to my wife. Oh, nice one, Andre. I bet she smells as good as my girlfriend does when she wears Ultimate. It's one fragrance she wears a lot. It's definitely unisex. I think the whole vanilla, orange blossom. Well, it's not vanilla, it's amber, but there is tonka in it, and it works. I think it definitely works for both genders. I think. Hurry up, Matt. I have a very hot tip on Furio. I'll have to get back to you then. Ciao, Matt. Keep them coming. Keep well. Same to you, Bren. Send me a text. I'll send you an email out. I'll send you an email as soon as I'm done. In fact, I'm going to probably end the live stream now, guys, but I just want to say, again, a really big thank you once again. I feel like since I was able to get stuff off my chest, I really feel like you guys can relate to me a little bit better now. I'm not kind of hiding my true self as much anymore. I'm able to speak more freely and, like I said, just be myself more. And that's what you need to be if you're a content creator. You should be true to yourself, and you should be true to your supporters. And there is nobody more true than you guys. So thank you so much. Ultimately is very John Paul Gaultier to my nose. You mean the Gaultier squared? Because that's, a lot of people have said it's very similar to Gaultier squared. Andre. Cheerio, Matt. Take care. Same to you, Drawn by Sense. Excellent entrance. Be yourself. Exactly, Al. Exactly. That's something I've learned. And, I'm coming up 30 next year, and it can take people any time in their lives. I know people who are in their early 20s who are more themselves than ever, and, it took me a while, but here I am. So I'm pleased. It was good catching you on a live stream. Please do more. You were the OG, whose videos I saw when I started my journey. Oh, I'm absolutely honoured, Mr. Number 6. Thank you so much for that compliment. I'll definitely be doing more live streams. I'll definitely be showing my face a lot more here on YouTube. I hope to bring you guys more well-produced videos. And I just hope to be more myself, like I was saying before. So, yeah, definitely. Ryan, you're a natural on camera, mate. I was late to the party, so I'll watch this from the start. Yeah, awesome. I hope you enjoy it, Ryan. That's the good thing about my live streams. I'm able to put them on after, so I'm pretty. No, I like a denser and even more oriental than Marl. Haven't smelled Gaultier Squared. Oh, okay, so you think it's... I can kind of see what you mean, actually. I've got Le Marl. I'll have to sample both of them, so... Yeah, I'll do that. DL, take care, Matt. You are the OG. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. And, of course, thank you to each and every one of you for joining. I've been going for an hour and 25 minutes. I think that's a good time to end the live stream. But, like I said, guys, in the next live stream, I will be inviting you to talk to me, which I think will be great. And it'll be great to just, finally know more about you guys. I feel like I talk about me too much and all that jazz. So, yeah, guys, thank you. Here's to you. Drinking my wine out of a Carling pint glass, because that's just how classy I am. Yeah, that was to you guys, and thank you so much for joining the live stream. I will see you all in the next video. Keep smelling good. Bye to each and every one of you. Bye, DL. Bye, Andre. Have a good one, guys. Thanks so much to each and every one of you. Like I said, have a good night, guys. Keep smelling good and all that jazz. See you all later on. You're absolutely right, Al. I appreciate that. Absolutely right, my friend. Have a good one, guys. Good night.